to another episode of Turn of the Millennials podcast. I am Lindy.
And I'm Stephanie.
And on today's episode, we have two very special guests who you have heard before. We have Steph's sister, Danielle, on one side. Yay.
Hi.
And our friend to the south, Lindsay, on the other.
Hi.
Say hi, guys.
Hola.
Hello.
And today, they are guesting with us today because our topic is Beanie Babies, which I have absolutely nothing to talk about. It's these three. These three were the Beanie Baby people, not I. So I'll have not much to contribute.
I was Beanie Baby by association because my sister was obsessed with them, so I got the trickle down. So that's why they're mostly on here. But I did watch the Beanie Mania documentary that's on Crave in Canada. And Lindsay, where is it in the States? Hulu?
I think it's HBO Max.
HBO Max. Okay. One of those. What I never remember because when it's up here, you never remember which one it is in the States.
It's usually Hulu if it's on Crave.
Right? Yeah. That was my original assumption too. So yeah, after seeing that one, I was like, hey, it'll be interesting to revisit these Beanie Babies now as adults and seeing it all again and nostalgia reminiscing.
I probably should have watched it, but I didn't.
That's okay.
You might be inspired to watch it now.
Yes,
not.
Maybe. You never know.
I was literally like, I was over it before the trend even fucking started.
And like, I think you'll blame me on that, and I'll get into a story later.
Yeah, the only reason I would the only reason I would have any Beanie Babies is if I got them as gifts, or I got like the mini Beanie Babies in like the Happy Meals or something.
McDonald's, yep, when they did their special editions.
Like I don't care for Beanie Babies.
As the younger millennial, I was fully into it.
Someone who was like, okay, but how old were we when Beanie Babies became a thing? Like we were what, like 15? 14?
It was the one that really took it for me, and I'm going to kind of bring this back to the story, so we'll get Lindy in here a little bit. So essentially for me and our little group here, I kind of got in, the Beanie Babies really took off in 97, 98. Mm-hmm. The first time I got Beanie Babies, actually, I was grade 9. We're starting to hang out with like, you, Andrea and all of them. And then one time that summer was when kind of the teeny beanies were coming out. So we all went to like McDonald's because, all the teenagers go to McDonald's for lunch because WCI not that far.
Right around this corner from us. And
for some reason, like, especially the cute little, like I got a Happy Meal one here. So the cute little Happy Meal one, guys, they're so teeny tiny. And I will admit I'm a little bit developmentally stunted. I like stuff that's usually beyond what I should actually be appropriately loving. But
me too.
As we know, millennials.
It's a millennial thing.
It's a millennial thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It is just learning to enjoy it. Like, what is the point? Yeah. Growing up was an illusion, and we just learned to break that illusion for ourselves.
Yeah.
Enjoying adulthood was the biggest lie adults ever fucking told us.
Exactly.
So we're holding on to our childhood things because adulthood sucks so fucking much right now.
But we can still be adults at the same time. Like, we're all still adults and we still function. We have jobs.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But exactly. So we can all enjoy our childrenness.
But we're putting it back into like 1997, 98.
Yes.
So like me loving Beanie Babies. And then that next year I really got into Pokemon, which will probably end up being another one down the line. Who knows? But anyways, so around that time, like the Happy Meal toys were like the thing. Like everyone's like, clan collecting the Happy Meal toys. So these were like my gateway. These aren't the original. These were from like, I don't know. I think my mom sent me these ones, or I bought them at the store, but they bring them back every year at McDonald's or every few years at McDonald's. Mm-hmm. But the teeny ones got me into it because they were so flippin' adorable. They're so little, and like the bean feel. Oh my God. I feel like those old ladies in that goddamn documentary. The beans, feel the beans.
They just feel so good.
It just feels so good.
And so the Beanie Babies were kind of made to sit like real. They were different because all the other stuffies on the market at the time were like full stuffed. These ones you could kind of sit them and like, they could be posed and things like that, and that's what kind of made them special. And
wait till we move to OAC. I have an embarrassing story, and I think you remember.
So before we also deep dive, we should also, as we always introduce, our millennial moments.
Woo, you got it.
Yeah, I got it this time.
Would our guests like to start off with our millennial moments if you have one?
Let's start with the youngest one first.
Okay. Right, since she is almost 10 years younger than all of us.
This is true. She I don't know if she feels the millennial moments as hard as we do sometimes.
No, because I heard Mr. Brightside on classic radio, on the classic rock station. I was going out to get a bridesmaid's dress, like sized or altered and stuff, and I turned on my fiance's radio in the car, and like, oh, Mr. Brightside on like Classic 97. And I'm like, what? Excuse me? The Killers are now classic?
We used to dance to them at Phil's. We used to dance to that at Phil's.
The moment you said that, Lindsay, all of our faces literally.
I saw it.
Oh my God.
But I want to say, because of the age difference, I'm going to say that was like when we heard our NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Britney on Classic for the first time.
Oh, I feel that too.
Like,
right?
Well, I guess so.
All
Yeah,
of
the Killers were a little bit later, but still, like, yeah,
That
like
was that because
But
that
the
was
fact
around the
that
time we were going to
Killers-
Phil's all the time. Remember Phil's every like Friday and Saturday was like
Right.
rock night, and that was always a song around the time we were going. Like, all
And the
time.
fact that Killers is later than Spice Girls and it's on classic rock hurts even more because it's like 15 years versus like 20 years different. So yeah, that
So
hurt.
I
That
was
hurt,
like-
Lindsay.
Yeah, I think I was like a freshman or a sophomore, so like grade 9 or 10 when that
I
came
was
out.
already graduated.
And that's like when I was really starting to feel everything like an angsty teenager. So like
Yeah.
I still listen to that song a lot. So
Oh,
to me, I'm like, why is it classic?
Anytime I hear Mr. Brightside, all I can think of is fucking Cameron Diaz in The Holiday,
Yes.
dancing around the cottage to Mr. Brightside and like the way she sings.
Yeah.
And I just bought their latest vinyl like a couple months ago. I'm like, they're not classic. They're still around. They're
Right.
still selling out and charging $300 for like general like admission tickets. Like they,
But
they
that's
don't
pathetic.
belong there.
That's absolutely disgusting.
That's hilarious.
I know.
So
I wanted
in
to see
the
them in
same-
Toronto, but I couldn't.
In the same vein as Lindsay's, I'll go next with my millennial
Okay.
moment. At work, we had. Anyways, at work we have these ERGs. We're not going to get into that conversation. So
Okay.
at work, there's these employee resource groups, and each of these resource groups, like one of them does like a poll of like just silly little things to kind of, keep your day silly, fun, whatever, while you're at work. So one of them, it was like, what would be your favorite club to join? And it was like the breakfast club, the cereal breakfast clubs, and one of them had something to do with like the Vanilla Ice fan club, and one of the girls underneath it said, who or what is a Vanilla Ice? And then underneath
I
it,
love
someone was
you.
like, you're
I
too,
love you.
So someone at work was like, she was like, oh, I thought people were just like going around and putting vanilla in their ice cubes before they froze them. But I
Is
was
this
like,
girl 12?
I didn't know she was one of the other people in one of the other offices, so I don't know her, but I read this and I was just like, literally, I said to her, and I'm like, you broke my heart, you broke my soul right now when you wrote this. Like,
Does she at least know who like Milli Vanilli is?
I couldn't even,
Doubtful.
I couldn't go, my soul was broken. I couldn't even go further. I couldn't. I
I
just
think
had to
she's in
exit.
another office because I would have gone over to her desk and be like, no.
Right?
That cuts deep. Like,
did.
If there's a
ow.
problem, yo, you've got to solve it. I mean,
So
check out
I'm
the
willing
hook
to
while the
bet-
DJ revolves it.
I'm willing to bet she would be one of the very few that would have no clue about a pregnancy announcement with the ice baby thing.
But so
People
yeah,
do that.
Wow.
yeah, it hurt the
Fucking
soul
wow.
just a tad.
Oh my God.
So
That would be like us early 20s not knowing who
the
was
Beatles.
No. You cannot compare
Or the
Vanilla
Bee
Ice's
Gees.
one hit
The
fucking
Bee Gees,
wonder
something like
to fucking Beatlemania. Like,
yes,
not
but
knowing-
everyone knew who freaking Vanilla Ice was though from the 90s. You didn't not
think
know
For
who
the
he was in
song,
the
for
90s,
the lawsuit.
right?
I think I got a good one-hit wonder that can help you. It's like if you didn't know. Oh God, I was gonna say I love the nightlife, but I only know the song, but I don't know the lady. But like that's like a one-hit one.
Anyway,
wow, just no. Wow. Anyway, I guess I'll go next then.
Okay.
I want to
Don't worry,
move
mine's-
on from that conversation. So at work, we have what we call our uniform are called whites because you have to wear all white, right? I needed new pants because I got a little fat from the other ones. And so I ordered them like a size bigger than I needed because I miss my baggy pants. I like baggy pants. I don't like fitted pants. Jeans are stupid. I don't like wearing them, but I have to. So I finally got my new pants and I sent Stephanie a picture of them as soon as I fucking put them on because they were giving me serious All Saint vibes. It wasn't that they made me feel old. They made me miss being
Cargos.
a teenager. They were big enough that they sat on my hips. They were low rise, not up to fucking here, like everybody's fucking wearing now, the goddamn mom jeans. Ugh. And they were huge, big and baggy. Like, you remember All Saints, Lindsay? Like where they
Oh,
had like
yeah.
the big baggy cargo pants paired with like the tight tank top. fuck yeah.
My mom
Awesome.
wouldn't buy them
I
for
fucking-
me. She said I was too young for them.
For cargo
Too
pants?
young for cargos?
Well, like no, I wanted the baggiest that as
Oh.
they came, like because I was gonna wear the tight white tank top. She's like,
Yeah.
no, like you're not a teenager,
I'm
forget-
almost there. Come
But
on.
right? Man,
At me.
But yeah, so mine was more of a, it made me miss my clothing as a teenager instead of being forced to wear the bullshit now. Because all you can
Totally.
fucking find are mom jeans that go up to your fucking tits.
I'm telling
And I-
you, Lindy, the thrift stores. I keep telling you over and over
I know,
again.
I know. I'm
Right?
very picky with my thrift stores because I am not fucking giving money to a place like Value Village.
No, Thrift on
Sorry.
Kent. Well, if you come
Not
down here,
fucking
there's
happening.
Thrift on Kent, and then you can go to Toulouse. They also have quite a bit of good stuff there.
I know. I'm a lot closer to the city now because now I'm in my new house.
Yay!
But yeah, now that I'm close to the city, I'll probably end up going to like Toulouse or something. But
Yeah.
fucking places like Value Village just fucking donated Columbia used jacket they put on for fucking $200.
There's a petition out right now about that
Fuck.
because people are getting annoyed at the fact that literally you can go to Costco and buy something brand spanking new for cheaper than you can buy it at Value Village.
So Danny, your millennial.
What is your millennial moment?
All right, I'll tell.
Moment.
All right, I
Sorry,
got
I
a
had to
millennial
sing it.
moment story, and I also have a millennial moment thing. Steph already knows what it is, but I think she might have already forgotten. Okay, so my millennial moment.
Probably.
This goes back to when I used to work at Eastlink. There was because call centers have like very very high ages, low wages. So this person, born in 1995, and this was about. I left there about 2018. I think this was about 2016, 2017. So
And this person you're talking about was born in 95.
that's correct. 1995.
So they're like 22.
Yeah, very
around
like
there?
very
Okay,
just in
early
the
20s. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Okay,
trying to set
so-
the scene.
Set the scene. So a bunch of us who were a little bit older were reminiscing about some stuff from our childhood. They had gone on a break. They come back, and then we were just joking about like, does the new generation even know what this is? And we were talking about Teddy Ruxpin, like the talking thing.
Yeah.
All right. So I worked in a call center. So I want to make sure that's very well aware. So when whatever, it's a she, so I'm not gonna point it out. So when I was just trying to be nice, but I don't
her
think it was-
employee ID is.
Right?
Yeah.
Her name is
No.
this is her
She
social
lives
media.
at this
Yeah.
street in this Nova Scotia.
Her phone number is 555.
5555. Anyways,
KL5.
so- yeah.
Oh
So when
God,
she
that's
ca-
going back. Klondike 5.
So when she came back from lunch, because we were discussing this, she happened to be on lunch or break. So when she came back, and we were just kind of talking, like, do even people know what Teddy Ruxpin is this day? So I go, hey, do you know Teddy Ruxpin? And here's what her answer was: being in mind, we live in a call center. What was it calling about? What do you want? So she thought
Serious?
that was the name of a customer. And then we showed her the videos, and we all had a good laugh. Even she did too. But it was just that reaction of like, hey, do you know Teddy Ruxpin? What did he want? Who is he? What did he want? Because
What the hell did that customer want? I don't want
He
to
just
talk.
wants you to love him.
And he wants to sing you songs.
Do you know what's funny?
Yeah.
That's actually one toy I never actually had.
Oh, we did.
I didn't
I
have
had
one,
a
but my
lot of
cousins had
classics,
one.
but that one wasn't
So
it.
I'm also just gonna put that in the microphone for a second for my other thing that I discovered. I was originally gonna have this put into my memory quilt, but I decided to take it back, and I might be sending it to Steph for her little collection.
What is it? What is it?
I wore this in my grade 11 yearbook. Picture.
Oh,
Her Buffy tank top.
Do you want to see the logo closer?
yes, that's what
Okay.
Okay, I see it. Okay. It is
And
a
then it has-
Buffy tank top.
And remember when she got that tattoo on the back of her neck in that one episode?
Okay, yeah.
So
From
you
fucking Ethan.
yeah, and then do you notice like it's like a crop top as well, tank
Yep.
top, which was the big thing in the 80s. I'm
Yep.
actually wearing. Oh, let me get my microphone.
It
back.
wasn't just the 80s, it was the late 90s.
I meant
Oh, I
90s,
wore those.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the with
So-
the baggy pants or the mom jeans. With the
I am wearing this shirt in my grade 11 yearbook.
move it over a
photo.
bit.
So that was my
That also
second
with the
little
Josie and the
millennial
Pussycat
moment.
ears.
Yeah, I wore my pussycat ears to
Do you
the
remember-
KCI semi-formal.
Do you guys remember? Oh my God, Steph. Mac,
My
Jack,
middle
wear it back, go,
school-
Tiger, go, yeah.
My middle school gym t-shirt with my name on the
Okay.
back. Beanie
It was a
Babies.
fun night. Beanie Babies.
Because those
So-
rabbits are Beanie Babies.
So, little backstory. Beanie Babies launched in 1993 with 9 original Beanie Babies. There was Legs the Frogs, Squealer the Pig, Spot the Dog, Flash the Dolphin, Splash the Whale, Chocolate the Moose, Patty the Platypus, Brownie the Bear, later renamed Cubby, and
Well,
Pinchers,
Brownie's probably offensive now.
right? Pinchers the Lobster, with some error tags as Punchers.
Actually, I'll tell you
Actually,
why
those are worth a
Brownie.
lot.
I'll tell you why Brownie was changed to Cubby.
Okay.
Danielle's weird moments. So the Thai company is actually like local to Chicago. So it wasn't actually about Brownie being offensive. It's that their major they started doing in the late 90s a bunch of giveaways with baseball teams and stuff. Remember we got Dad the Blue Jay one because they're giving it away to Blue Jays. But anyways, so that's where it came from. It was a changing because of the team.
So they were actually more handmade. They weren't factory made until 1994. Sales were slow up until 1995 when a group of Chicago housewives turned them into a national craze. And that's where the kind of Beanie Mania documentary is about, is these Chicago housewives that made it go crazy. They retailed for $5 each when they first came out, which is, for something
Probably
like
super
this,
expensive then.
right? It was okay. It wasn't
I think
too bad.
they were $8.99 Canadian, if I remember.
Yeah, Canada was $8.99 with that damn, exchange rate. 1996 was when McDonald's first sold the teeny beanies and the Happy Meals. There was actually a couple different kinds of tags available at first. The first ones in 94 had the like to and from, because they were kind of more like in a gifting sort of space. And then in 96, they put the cute little poems and then gave them birthdays. And then that's when people started to get like if they were printed wrong, or I don't know if they did this on purpose, but if there was like errors in the printings or like, little things were off, that they made them even more like valuable, and, people were searching for those ones.
Mistakes were valuable.
We have one. If it's still at Vic's house, we have one. It's one of the bunnies. It has the one tag that was an error that I don't know how it's going for these days. But back then it would go for very high. In the original, do I have any with the original? No, I don't. Shit, these are all new. Okay, here, Soar. See in this little star here?
Yeah.
It basically
It's blurry. Can't really read it.
That's okay, but there's a star there. I'm saying there's a star here.
Yeah.
So on the old ones, it used to say like the original Beanie Babies, because knockoffs and counterfeits. If you ever see anything, I'll talk about that. Yeah. So the word original in the middle had two I's, so it was like ORIGIINAL instead of the correct spelling. One of my rabbits. Oh, you're looking at yours right now.
Right, we both are.
Look, I'm literally the only one that doesn't have any.
That's okay. Here, you can have this one.
Thanks.
That would be so funny if you had another one and we threw it up and you caught it, but
that would be really funny. No, the
I
only
love how
Beanie
we all
Baby
did that.
only Beanie Baby.
We could have we could do it.
The only Beanie Baby I think I remember having, other than like the ones you got from McDonald's, was someone, maybe you, Danielle, I don't know, gave me the pelican for my birthday because it had my birthday.
That sounds like something I would do.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was you, and I had it for a really long time.
Yeah. And the one of the reasons I kind of got into the Beanie Babies beyond, like, once I learned the teeny how cute they were, then I'm like, oh, they have birthdays, that's cool. And then I feel like Mom kind of got us obsessed with like our signs and our birthdays, so I'm like really like obsessed with birthdays and my birthday. So I'm like, I want to find out who has my birthday, and then we found out who has other birthdays. So Steph has one there, which is that cat. We got it because we knew it had Isaac Hansen's birthday.
No, Taylor Hansen.
You literally said Zach's before.
Zach.
Yeah,
okay. October 22nd is Zach. Sorry, I just looked at
chance of getting it correct.
I just looked at that. Yeah, guys, this is what's getting old is like.
Taylor's birthday was in March.
March 14th.
October 22nd, 96. So it was his birthday, but not his actual birth date.
I feel bad for not knowing Isaac's birthday.
It's November something.
I was pretty sure it's in November, but I don't know which November. I think it's like the second.
How is it that information just randomly is still there and we don't even know how to access it until things like this come out? Like, I wouldn't have even remembered until you said that, and I was like, oh, November, and then you're like, November, and it's like, oh, I am
This
right.
is why we have a podcast stuff.
I know, right? The stupid things that are still in our fucking brains.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the only other, like, I think that's like the main one that had like a spelling error on it, but we were kind of talking about this before we started the podcast, or did we? I can't remember, but
people kept them protected in little boxes so they didn't get dusty.
And the tag protector.
And the tag protectors. So that
you guys are so fucking lame.
We gotta retain the value, okay?
It's so old that my box is like coming apart.
I have the
that's
ones.
decrease in value.
Oh, you've got the hard ones, Lindsay?
Oh yeah, my mom took this very seriously.
Wow.
Look at
Your
that.
mom was one of those housewives?
Oh, it's the front and not
Lindsay,
even the top.
Are you absolutely positive that that's not the PE version?
I don't know. I was.
How would you know, Danielle? Would you
Yeah,
get
how
the
do you
tag?
know?
It's on the tush tag.
Look on the tush tag for either PE or what was it? PVC?
PVC. Yeah. I don't know if it's still
So
yes.
in ingredients, materials used, it'll say either PE or PVC.
I think it most likely is
Does it
really
say
rare to have a
PE?
PE.
Is it a? Are you serious?
Lindsay's sitting on a gold mine!
on. I'm gonna Google that right now.
I hope I didn't get those backwards and then just give you false hope.
Oh, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Can you see it?
Princess Diana Beanie Baby Worth PE.
That's hilarious.
My heart's racing right now.
With PE pellets. Okay.
Mama's got a wedding to
So,
pay for. So
Right?
In mint condition with mint tags, handmade in China with PVC pellets, sold for a whopping $92,500.
Oh, okay. That PE is
But
the good one.
hold on.
I have it here. So the PVC pellets are actually
PE
a carcinogen.
PE was not the first version of pellets. PVC was. Okay,
well,
hold on.
you're staying, so good job.
Right. You're not paying for my wedding. God damn it, Diana
Right.
Bear. What
Like,
good are you
we're-
now?
I'm like, we're gonna cut this out because people are gonna find out where I live and like rob me.
Okay, hold on. But this particular Beanie Baby with the PE
Mhm.
or the PVC, no, the PE.
Yeah, I
PE good. PVC was because they changed it because it was carcinogenic.
So if this one's PVC pellets, what does that mean?
Is it Diana? No, it's
No.
not. But I don't know. It's only but the Diana I think that has the value. But you can always look up. That one has PVC. Ooh, get that
says
toxic thing
PVC.
away from you.
It says PVC pellets in it.
Yeah. PVC pellet cat. What's the cat's name again? I should know it, but I don't.
Zach Hansen.
Snip.
Snip the cats. So, okay, while we're kind of looking in this, and this kind of brings up a thing about why Beanie Babies were so popular, is it was a supply and demand issue, you know.
Yep.
They
They would only
typical.
make a certain amount of certain ones. They were only allowed to be placed in certain stores that had certain contracts with them.
And they wanted to do with smaller stores because they didn't want it all to go to Walmart. So back in the day, you had to go to like a Carlton Cards or a Hallmark or a mom and pop shop. And Lindy will bring you
for us here.
and Lindy, the first time that we kind of hung out at the trailer together, that we went to your trailer, we didn't have a trailer yet. Remember we went into Seaforth
When we
and I
saw
went
your
nuts?
mom and Mark walking down the road. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I remember we
that.
ended up going into town, and then
Yeah.
I bought some Beanie Babies there too, because it was the type of thing where as a collector, if you're in a town, I ended up
Yeah.
getting, I think I got a sheep. I think I got the lamb. when I
Okay.
was there. So I'm just saying that's how we brought you into this here, because I'm pretty sure you saw me get all excited and you're like, okay, what a weirdo. But that was like one of the first ones after the teeny beanies I got was that summer, actually, when we first went up to the trailer. So it kind of wraps everything together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna look. Oh yeah.
I'm looking, and what I see,
Someone's trying to sell it
And-
for 840.
there's one on eBay. It doesn't tell me what the material on the inside is, but it's on eBay for over $6,000.
Wow.
There's one here for 1,200.
Yeah, I found that with the rise of that like Beanie Mania and the Y2K or the Gen Z, Gen Alphas, the Beanie Babies have kind of found like a secondary market again recently of like people wanting them to just finish their collections or stuff.
I
Which
have
one's
this
that
one
one?
rare one.
This one's 9,000.
Which one's that
I don't
one you
know.
got there?
This is Nipponia.
Wanted that one so bad.
Who
So
is, say that name
It's the
again.
Japan exclusive.
yeah, Nipponia. She's
Okay.
or it's a Japan exclusive. I had a friend growing up from Japan. Her name is Sayako. I don't know. Hi Sayako.
Hi, Sayako.
Hi. I don't know if she
Beautiful name.
listens. Right.
She could.
So she came to visit. She moved back to Japan when I was like in grade 3. And she came over the next year for a couple weeks in the summer, and she brought me Nipponia.
That is
Aw,
so
that's
awesome.
cute.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
I remember when you guys, I think it was when you and Catherine were going to one of your trips. I think when I was in Italy, I remember I was trying to get one of you guys, because I think you had to stop over in Germany, and I was
Mm-mm.
trying to get you guys. No, maybe that
Switzerland.
was it Switzerland?
I
Okay.
went to Italy. My layovers were Montreal and Switzerland. Before we went to
Okay.
Italy, Catherine went to England, and I'm pretty sure they didn't have a layover. I'm pretty sure hers was a straight flight.
Okay, well, I think maybe I was going to try and see if you guys in Switzerland would have. I was trying to get you guys to find me the German bear one. I think Catherine might remember this more than you would, but I was like,
Probably.
because she
I don't
ended up
remember
bringing
this at
back
all.
a ghost Beanie Baby for me to just say I couldn't find it, but here anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
So-
think that was me. I'm pretty sure that was Catherine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was
Yeah.
supposed to go to England with her, but then
Mhm.
the Italy trip sounded better. So I
Yeah.
skipped England and went to Italy instead.
So with beanies, like I said, it wasn't uncommon for them to be accidentally shipped out with misprints or errors. And let's be real, errors, misprints. Yep, to increase the value, rarity. Also, the retiring of beanies, deliberate scarcity, and restricting of stores' souls creates a huge secondary market for these toys. And at the time, Beanie Babies made up 10% of the sales on eBay at the height of the craze. That's crazy, crazy amount.
Let's not talk about all the secondary merch, because I was a proud member of the official Beanie Baby fan club.
I was too. And here's the funny thing.
I was not.
The Canadian one, I think, was even rarer than the US one. Did you get the special club Beanie Baby when you signed up for that too? Because I know I think that was one of the things you got was Clubby.
Yeah.
It was like Clubby the bear. Mine's a little different than yours because they had to put an extra tush tag for the Canadian rights as opposed to the American. So mine has like an extra tush tag inside of it, just held on by like the same thing from this.
Can I just say how adorable those words are? Tush tag.
Tush
I
tag.
just want to say it. Like, look at their tush tag. Oh, that's an adorable tush tag. Look at that.
I'm
tush tag.
speaking in like Beanie Baby
tag.
tongues. If you've seen like the movie, like we're talking like,
or in other words, their butt label.
their butt.
I felt
but
so
that
weird,
sounds-
like on
doesn't
camera,
sound
just
as
like looking at
good.
the tag. Like
Tush tag just sounds so much better, Lindy. Come on. Butt label, tush tag.
You're
Yeah.
good.
Cute as-
Tushy.
It's as cute as they are.
He was canceled.
I don't care. Bringing him back. I'm saving you, Pepe. Saving
We're talking
you.
about Pepe. Yeah.
Pepe.
Skunk boy.
Saving you back. Anyways, we're not
Beanie
gonna bring that one up.
Babies.
Yeah.
Well,
Beanie
that's a
Babies.
baby. So yeah, like my clubby has a tush tag. So I was also a member, and they gave you like a little, I think it was like a little activity book you got, and a little official card too.
Yeah.
I was that nerd. Oh, was I ever? And if you did watch the documentary, one of the ladies, Mary Beth, I can't remember her last name,
of
but
course her
she
name
had
is
a-
Mary Beth.
Mary Beth Louise Hutchinson.
no, not her. But she actually had a magazine that was like a Beanie Baby magazine.
Mary
and
Beth's
it-
Beanie World, and then later renamed Mary Beth's Beanbag
Beanbag
World
World.
between 97 to 2001. Because obviously Beanie Babies, she wasn't giving money to Ty. He didn't like it, so she had to change it to Beanbag World.
yeah, because Beanie's trademarked by.
Yes,
Ty.
the Warner Company. Yeah.
So if you don't know exactly what that is, it was a little bit of like announcing upcoming beanies because we know they had the scarcity. It also would announce retirements.
Values of
And they
all
had
of them.
values every month. So
Yes.
if you ever followed that magazine, and Lindsay, I don't know if you remember this one, but possibly the most valuable one throughout the time when I was collecting was actually Peanuts the Royal Blue Elephant.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't find
Saw your
that
face.
anywhere.
Good luck. You had for that one, you had to kind of be within that first round because it was supposed to be like it ended up being powder blue. But the first batch was royal blue, and actually I think the royal blue was way prettier than
Way
the
prettier. I like the royal blue one versus
Yeah.
the light blue.
So that was kind of like the first time that people started realizing the scarcity of it, and that kind of became everybody wanted to gobble these things up. Essentially, everybody wanted to gobble these up because oh my god, these are scarcity. What if this is the next Peanuts Royal Blue Elephant? There is another one, and I'll finish it in a moment here, and I'll tell you about another one. Is the Peace Garcia bear, but we'll be right back.
We'll be back right after these messages.
After these messages.
Sponsored
Messages
by-
will be
right back.
In actuality, our Zoom is about to time out.
Sponsored by fandom,
And Beanie Babies.
but not really.
Not really, no.
Sponsored
What
by
do
our
you
blood,
do?
sweat, and
I'm actually-
tears.
I'm trying to find like the most valuable Beanie. Oh no, I didn't want to fucking go back. Yeah, okay.
It's
I'm
gonna be
almost there.
Peanuts Royal Blue Elephant.
Your penis. is the
No,
elephant.
actually, I think it was somebody else.
Oh, is it the PVC Diana still, or
No, it
What did I
is.
see?
According to wealthygorilla.com, it's Large Wallace and his squad.
The 10 rare Beanie Babies that I saw on here.
oh Twigs? Oh, I remember one. Twigs, the Beanie Buddy.
Valentino, Garcia
I have it.
Valentino, Lefty the donkey, and Reddy the elephant. Piccadilly.
I remember
Attic,
those.
Bubbles the fish, Bernie the Saint Bernard, Claude the crab, Hippity the rabbit, Princess the bear, and Millennium the bear.
I
most
have
of these.
Millennium. Yeah,
That's
so
what
do
it
I.
says is 10 rare Beanie Babies with incredible value.
Okay, well, let's stop right now because I'm pretty sure a lot of those will be ones that have PVC over PE, though. To be honest.
Prices vary, but they've seen Millennium go for 30,000 on Etsy.
I was so like anxious while Lindy was looking that up. I'm like, oh my gosh, like my honeymoon's paid for, like the DJ, like everything. Oh
Well,
yeah,
one of the ones that was mentioned was Hippity. There's Hippity, Hoppity, and Floppity. I have all three of them. I can't remember which one of ones I had because those ones had the misspelled tag, and I have a feeling the Valentino was also probably misspelled tag because I didn't have Valentino misspelled. I had Valentino, Valentina. I think Millennium was the purple like magenta bear. I had that one, and there was also the end, which was like the black bear, and then the beginning because
Danielle, I think you have a problem.
I have a collector problem.
You have a collecting problem.
I'm a little bit better
Okay.
at it as you go.
So
We all
I'm
have
trying-
mild collecting problems. It's fine.
we all have issues. Like we've
Mine's
all got
Aladdin
collecting.
and Anaheim
ducks. I call it my
$500,000.
The Princess Diana Beanie Baby Bear is the most expensive at $500,000.
But I
But
bet
it
you
has
$1
to
million.
be- But it's got to
PVC.
be.
I bet you it's because of the PVC pellets.
I'm happy that's
It
not
actually
PVC.
doesn't
At least it's not toxic.
actually say.
Mhm.
It doesn't specify like PVC filling or PE fillings or anything like that.
So if anyone's listening to our podcast and is interested about investing in Beanie Babies, make
Give
sure
us a
that
call.
if
We
you're getting-
have a bunch that will sell
Yep.
to you gladly.
And
Gladly.
if you are purchasing the princess one at $500,000, you best better believe that they have the PVC pellets.
So someone's trying to sell Halo the bear for $124.99 on eBay.
I
Dollars.
have that.
Yeah. And I was
So
like, we
in
had
this-
that one.
In this article,
I had I'm gonna this is I don't know if I'm gonna say a millennial moment, nerd moment, or whatever. But when you're getting grad photos done, I have one of the grad photos in my system. I have Halo the bear on my shoulder like this in the picture. We did not end up buying that pose, but damn did I was trying to get them to put that one in the yearbook and they wouldn't.
bastards. On this article that I found that showed like the Diana one, the second most expensive one is Lefty the donkey and Righty the elephant. For
I remember when they came
$50,000.
out. Yeah, they were
Yes.
American exclusives, but I didn't get them.
Danielle,
And third,
Yeah?
look
Oh.
at third.
Brownie the bear. Yeah, that was
you-
the. Do you see the skinny TY? That was the original logo.
you should look at some of your teeny beanies because apparently some of these McDonald's sets are listed for like 97,000 because they've got like
I have all of
misprints.
those ones.
But it's at like some of them, it's like
Yeah.
French Canadian misprints on the back of this. So maybe you should go back through those and see them. Because
no, you know what I want you to find if you can find this, because I remember it was in the same box with my Beanie Babies. I know where I left it at that townhouse in 2008. I don't know where it went after that, and I hope y'all guys actually ended up not having it get thrown out. But one of the things I did purchase, because I did also work McDonald's when I was in my youth. So the one year we were trying to raise money at our franchise for McHappy Day, and we had a silent auction. One of the things they were silent auctioning off was the manager exclusive set. This was the 1998 collection, so it was only, I think there was only like 1,500 made in total. Our store had one, was auctioning it off. I was using mom's name to bid on it because I didn't want to be shady because she wasn't working there at the time. And I was going at this with another guy and he kept dragging up the price, but eventually I think I paid $70 for it, which is a lot, you know, when you're working part-time, but I really wanted these fucking Beanie Babies. My God. So essentially they're all in their original packaging and it's in a box, a special, like, well, I guess now we know, we see lots of YouTubes. It would essentially nowadays be known as a PR box. So it would go out to certain managers. So it was the PR box and it had all the Beanie Babies in little compartments in their little packaging. That thing I have a feeling would be rare because there was only so many made.
I was gonna say I haven't seen any of them on here. What is it? The McDonald's
1998
I'm looking.
manager set. It was actually in Mary Beth's magazine way back in the day, and that's how I recognized it. So it at that time, I think.
Well, let's just say no one has it listed on here, so I'm pretty sure it's
Oh.
very rare to find.
Yeah,
We're
so I need to
starting
find
at
the.
$500,000 for this. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to purchase. So
Of course, so, you know, give me, you know, $250,000 in Bitcoin, $250,000 in cash, and I'll sell you this PR box if we can find it.
US cash. US
Oh
cash.
yeah, US cash.
Well,
And
like I
have to-
said, I'm going to Vic's, so we'll see. It might, if it's in the box, it might be
Yeah.
in there. Those boxes, I don't think have been opened in years. Yeah, so maybe we'll have to go. I might have to go through some of these and see what kind of
here you
gold
go,
mine we're
guys.
sitting on, guys.
This is it here. It's not worth that much, but that's what it would look like. Can you see that?
Oh.
What does it say that's worth?
They're
it going
they're trying to
for?
sell theirs for $61 or Canadian, so it's probably like 50. And they
So
have
less
like
than
the-
what you bought it for?
well back then, but I wanted it at the time. I think I paid 59 or 60.
There is no price on things that you want and love, Lindy. Come on.
I mean, that's fair.
There's no.
But I thought I'd
value.
mention that little story that between either Hippity, my one of the bears, or not the bears, the bunny, Hippity Hoppity Floppy, I can't remember which one. I think it was the mint one, not the blue or the pink one. I think it was the green one that had the misspelled tag. And then I had that special clubby bear with the extra tush tag because it's Canadian. And then because like you said, you were sawing some of the ones with like the Aaron, the little mini ones were misspelled. So I have a feeling that one I could get Penny if I wanted to. And of course that PR box, like I'm gonna hold on to it if it's still there. But yeah, those are kind of like the main ones that I think. And I think I did have Millennium, or did I have the mini Millennium? Because they made a teeny beanie version of that too.
Yeah. So with those ones, they actually had. So in '99, apparently Ty decided he was going to retire or cancel out Beanie Babies, essentially. So he made the End Bear, and there was even like a big website countdown about like the big announcement and the countdown to the end and everything. So he made this big End Bear, but then he went online and had a poll to see if people still wanted to do production. And then after so in the new year, after it retired and everything was blah, 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 they brought it back, and then they had the Beginning Bear. So these are kind of, right, so these are some special edition ones because of the end versus the beginning.
For those of you who couldn't see that, I just had the biggest fucking eye roll.
Well,
It's just a fucking money grab.
Right?
It's just a money grab. That is the only reason he ended it, and he never intended to fucking retire Beanie Babies. He did this to prop up the fucking excitement about them just so he could create this stupid fucking bear that everyone's gonna want to fucking buy, and then look at this, nobody wants me to stop making them. Okay, I'm gonna create this new fucking beginning bear and just get all your fucking money. It's a fucking bullshit.
It
was
bullshit.
It definitely is a publicity stunt. But remember at the time, and if you've seen the documentary, you probably know this.
It was also
they did retire,
and
Yeah, so they did retire a lot of models. So like, as I mentioned before the break, I want to talk about the Garcia Peace Bear. So originally there was just a tie-dye bear named Garcia that came out around 95, 96, named after Jerry Garcia. But of course, a lot of the name changes are due to like legal reasons. So the family ceased and desist, and then that was re-released as the Peace Bear. The one change, it was still a tie-dye bear, but it had a little peace symbol on its little, where they have all the little stuff
instead.
there. So I do have that Peace Bear, but I don't have Garcia. But I remember Garcia back in the day being one.
He's
Another
still on
one
the popular list.
Isn't Garcia? Is that the one that is worth like $62,000 right now?
Yes.
Yeah, because it was a cease and desist. Like they weren't allowed to start selling them. So that one got retired because of legal reasons. But they were a lot of times they retire ones that aren't very popular or stuff like that. So the fact that they before that were retiring, people were used to that. So the big like whoa was that, oh my god, all of them are retiring, Beanie Babies are done. And there was like a big like at the time I remember that there was I bought into it.
Yes, you did. I find it absolutely disgusting and atrocious the dollar amount that someone can place on something like a fucking stuffed toy.
Well, you could put any price you want on it. It's more or less if that person's going to pay for that amount.
Right.
I don't know. I spent $62,000 on a Beanie Baby. You have fucking problems and you need to make better life choices.
That sounds like a Logan Paul thing. The guy who buys like the most expensive
So
Pokemon
fucking
cards.
sick of
Oh
hearing
my god.
Like the Wu-Tang Clan album.
Oh, Martin Scarelli.
Yeah.
The takeaway here is that money can always buy happiness, but it also can make you a douchebag.
Makes you an idiot and gullible to buy into these like anyways, which Danielle, when you were talking about your Pokemon obsession, I remember that you did not want to get into Pokemon cards, and man, if only you did.
I didn't get into Pokemon cards. You know what I wish I knew where it was at Basswood, and this is just a little slight tangent, but it's kind of related because it is a Happy Meal toy, but for Burger King. I had the Jigglypuff gold card in the Pokeball when they had like that first promotion with Burger King. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that thing was so cute. But anyways, maybe that's a whole other topic. It's just Happy Meal and Burger King toys.
Right. Right. All of the fast food toy places.
When they were good,
yeah.
Like the Fraggle Rock things, the Baby Muppets, like, yeah.
I still have one of the Christmas Muppets around still. It was the Fozzie.
I have all three of them.
I have that one still.
I have Kermit,
Fozzie,
Fozzie, and Miss Piggy.
And then I used to have, but I think I gave them away to Steve's niece and nephew back in the day. I had the hockey of when they had the hockey jerseys, the Western Conference, the Eastern Conference of all of them. But I think I gave those ones away. I'm so sad. Also, a fun thing I noted was Ty was one of the first businesses to produce a business to consumer website to engage with their market. 14%.
I had a count on there.
Yep, and only 14% of Americans had used the interweb at that particular time. So they were kind of a little bit of like before their time, like because they used that countdown for the end. They did this business to consumer, like
anything.
Well, the funny thing, I was just going through because I actually have a few other ones that are still in packages. This one is more recent, but it looks more like the Beanie Boo, which we might touch in a little bit later.
Why
You're
am I not surprised by this? Like, I'm so not surprised you still have all of this stuff. Like,
well, these ones I bought out here. But yeah, and then
What
they started
was-
branching out after the millennium into more. I think the early 2000s. I'm surprised you don't have this. I thought I bought this for you, but the early 2000s days or late, like after the rebrand, they started branching into more what's what I'm looking for, like licensed characters.
Mhm.
So I got 2 Hello Kitties here.
I had SpongeBob ones, but I don't know where they are or where they.
That's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure I got you into the SpongeBob ones because you loved SpongeBob back in the day.
I don't
And
know
we
where
kind
they
of been
are.
seeing these before. So this is mini. I call them mini Giroux, but it's just like a beanie ball, but it's a Flyers one.
It's so cute. Oh my god, I
It
can't
might
cute
be
handle
little
it.
plush.
Well,
I might have given
I like.
them away actually. Now that I think about it.
I have another. Well, you gave me a gritty, but it looks like it's not a Beanie Baby, but I have a
It's
huge
a
ass
big
gritty.
frickin'-
And then I got this one the last time I was actually down in Ontario, which is really sad because that was in June 2018. But I got that at the.
I think that was when I first met you, Lindsay.
it
I
was.
think
Yeah.
So yeah,
When we went to
2018.
Sauble.
Yeah.
So I got
crashed.
this, and it's kind of funny and kind of appropriate that we're doing this podcast today, especially having.
And guess
This
what? I actually
beanie,
get to
'cause they're-
physically see Lindsay next week.
Yes.
Woo!
Yay for border crossing allowances.
But what I was
Finally
gonna say
opened
is,
for us.
but yeah,
Beanie
so this,
Babies.
Beanie
this-
Babies.
so this
So
buddy
what-
here, we got.
What are we talking about?
last time.
Baseball?
Well, no, I just the reason why we're talking about baseball is because we the last Beanie Baby I got was this little buddy here. He's
The
just
Blue
a
Jays
The
bear.
Blue Jay game.
Yeah,
What's his
and
name?
his it's just Toronto Blue Jays. I know, so
it doesn't have a
creative,
name.
right?
His name's not like Jay.
Nope, just Toronto Blue Jays.
Wait, what's his birthday?
Doesn't have one.
That's fucking stupid.
Lame.
Lame.
Boo.
And but
Boo.
the cutest thing is look at his nose.
Oh my
Got
god,
a
it's
little maple leaf.
Oh, maple leaf.
I know, with a tush tag. They're so fucking like the Beanie Babies
Lindsay
and like
still
Animal
can't
Crossing.
handle tush tag every time. She laughs so hard every
It's like
time.
hilarious. So funny.
Between Beanie Babies and Animal Crossing, they're like the most fucking wholesome things ever. Like they're
I'm
so
gonna get
adorable.
a tattoo of a tush tag that says tush tag.
Do it.
PE pellets or PVC?
Yes.
Which one's the poisonous one?
PVC.
You'll go with PE. Ingredients PE.
So what was
Physical
everybody's first
education?
Beanie Baby?
No, my
Everybody's
ingredients would be coffee and sarcasm wrapped
love
in a
it.
meat suit.
first
What do you
Beanie
say?
Babies.
Fuck.
Who does it?
I
Do
think
we
this
remember?
Was, I think this was my first Beanie Baby. Pretty sure.
Mine was the pelican, which I think his name was Scoop.
yeah.
He was
Scoops.
white.
I
believe he was
probably
white.
had him.
Yeah, I got him.
I
'cause
had a
he has
lot.
He had the same birthday as me, so that's why I had him. I got him for my birthday. I'm pretty sure from Dani. Pretty sure.
Probably.
99%
yours?
sure.
What was yours, Lindsay?
Mine was Mel the koala, named after Mel. Oh my god, Mel Gibson.
Melbourne.
No,
Oh,
it
they're
was
like
Mel
Melbourne,
Gibson, yeah.
Australia.
No, like Mel Gibson, the
Gibson.
Australian actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I always forget
Um,
he's Australian because
yeah,
he definitely does not have an accent anymore.
No, not anymore.
yeah. What was yours, Dani?
Technically, my first one was that one I got at the Happy Meal that kind of started this whole thing, and it was Dobie the Doberman,
Way to go,
and it was
McDonald's.
the teeny baby babies.
The teeny
But it-
babies.
Yeah. A couple other like notable ones. I got maybe we should move on because I can't remember right now. I was gonna say a few. But I mean I got like I think between you and me, Lindsay, we both have Princess, which was
Mhm.
actually made for it was after the death of Princess Diana. And the money went towards her AIDS fund at the time, like a lot of times, English Rose. So a lot of people look at it and see it as exploitative, but the money did go towards it. So I don't really see it that way. Do any of you here watch or have seen Broad City?
Yes.
I hope you might remember this joke. Anyways, one of the jokes is, and I'm going to talk about a few other ones that Ty did, but they had a joke where Alana is trying to track down the John Benet Ramsey Beanie Baby.
Does that even exist?
No, it does not. No, it does not.
Thank God. I was like,
Made it
holy
up.
fuck, that would be so wrong.
But that's the dark joke, right? She's going to find she wants to find the rare Beanie Baby, and it is kind of a play on, some people thought that the princess baby was exploitative, so that's kind of the biggest example of comedy.
They
about
were
trying to
kind
find
of
this Beanie Baby.
okay. I get that. Okay, I could
Yeah.
see how that could be funny.
Yeah, there was
But damn.
Right.
I have a dark
Savage.
humor. Another one they had that also went for AIDS Foundation. I don't know if you have that one, Lindsay, was the Ariel bear. It was it was a teal, like a very nice aqua blue bear. It had like a design of like flowers drawn by a kid, by Ariel Glazer. Her father, I think, was on like Starsky and Hutch, Brian Glazer. His wife got some, basically because it's in the 80s. So his wife ended up getting AIDS from a blood transfusion while pregnant with Ariel, the daughter. Unfortunately, they had both passed away, but they made this bear in memory. And maybe this is where they got the idea for the John Bonet one, because this one is a little controversial, but I think it's sweet. They took a little picture she drew. It was embossed on her like side there, and then of course the money for that one went towards the Elizabeth Glazer AIDS Foundation. So that was like another
a really good, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Cause.
Thank you.
So that was
Words
another
drop
one
from my
of
head
the,
sometimes.
that was another one of the like not promotional, but like one of the fundraising ones. And then around the same time in the late 90s, we are going back to basketball, but we'll understand Beanie Babies for a second here. Because they were based out of Chicago, as we touched before, they first started doing giveaways. They gave away a cow, because I guess there's a guy named Harry Carey who was like a really popular a broadcaster.
There's
So
an
I remember
SNL skit about him.
it's
Will
very
Ferrell.
nice.
Yeah.
It's mentioned in Goonies. It's mentioned in Goonies.
Yeah.
Nice. So they had
Harry Krishna. That's Harry Carey, Mom.
So they had a special Beanie Baby made up of a cow, because I guess there's some reference to cow. If you're a Cubs fan, please entertain us and explain why. Inside of it, I can't remember if they were celebrating his career because he was retiring or if he'd already died. I do apologize. I'm just not a baseball person. But inside had a special tag which had like a drawing of Harry Carey and his signature, because it was a special giveaway. So you could only get that particular cow at that game. They did one for the Blue Jays. They gave away that the Blue Jays, and then a bunch of other places. Chicago Bulls got in on this giveaway too. They gave away the red, it was originally named Tabasco, because again, we have a lot of these Beanie Babies that are named things that they have to change. But I think by then his name was Snort. But yeah, they gave away this Red Bull at the Chicago Bulls game. So they did a lot of cross.
Did he come with a line of Coke? Like, that's a horrible name.
What?
Snort.
Well, it's I don't know if that's correct. Let's find out what the Red Bull is. His original name was Tabasco. All right.
That's better. That's way better.
They had to change it for reasons.
Red Bull has wings.
Fucking bullshit.
Oops, it helps if I spell Tabasco right. Yeah, see, why do I know all this random shit in my head? Yeah, it was Snort. Yeah.
Lame.
So Tabasco is probably worth more than Snort, because again, same thing, they had to redo it because Tabasco is a registered trademark, and that's until they actually got rights with like the SpongeBob license and all that. The original ones that they named for fun, a lot of them had to be renamed for legal purposes. The more
now,
you know.
What do you guys know? What do you guys know about the 9/11 bear?
Absolutely nothing.
That's not the 9/11 bear.
I don't know. That's what fucking came up on my Google thing.
That's not Glory. There was Glory. They had like just like American bears, they had Canadian bears. So for Canada, we had Maple, we had Chinook. I think we had other ones, but I can't remember them. There was Glory. And there was another American one, Liberty. Yeah, which one was the one that had like the pattern was like stars across? That was Glory.
These are the ones that came up.
Okay, I recognize that one there with the
the
American.
So the 9/11 bear was named America.
Wow,
there's
creative.
This one too.
That's not official.
That doesn't look official. It
so
doesn't even look
not
like
official.
it doesn't even it doesn't even have a tag. If you can see right there, it does not even have a tie tag.
The face is another thing originally with the bears, I'll put up here. So see these bears, how like their eyes, if I turn to the side, you can see it dips in there.
Yeah.
Like originally they didn't have that thing there, so their faces were
like more
narrow,
pointy.
Pointy, exactly. So that made them really cute.
Is that to prevent counterfeiting?
No, they just changed the design because these ones look cuter than the originals. If you look up like the original bear, it's very pointy.
Apparently this is the Beanie Baby rare collection of the 9/11 rescue beanies.
I remember seeing I think I had the German Shepherd. I think
my brother actually might have had America.
So I'm looking.
Maple. The whole time while I was collecting, Maple was always like in the $100 range. I eventually did get a Maple because I found it at Value Village in a box for $2.
This is
There's
what the
the
original ones looked like.
See, so they moved the eyes from outside into in, and then did a little
Not
divot, and
so
it looked way
pointy.
cuter.
Yeah.
It looks like, honestly, that looks like a drawing from like Chris Simpson's artist on Instagram.
Right.
It's disturbing.
So those were the original bears. They were, yeah. Then there's the old TY
and the old
tag,
tag
exactly.
as well too. The original tag.
I'm glad I didn't have that because I would have had
Lindy's covering her eyes. Like,
No,
this
I'm like
doesn't
God.
squishing my face. Like,
Yeah, because that's how they looked.
that's what
looks
they
just
look
like
Yeah.
Chris Simpson's artist.
Yeah, so they were very not as cute, and then they dipped the
Yeah.
eyes in, made them cuter, and then that's when they
Exactly.
started selling.
So after
Not
the
to
Beanie
me.
Babies took off, they had other lines as well too. Like I had a rabbit named Iris, and I bought it because of the Goo Goo Dolls song, and I kept it in my
From
backpack.
Buffalo.
They
They
are
always
from
forget that.
Buffalo. They're
Yeah.
Our cows covered them at night 2
Nice.
of their 3-night show here last
Oh hell yeah, that's nice.
last month. No, earlier. Yeah, last month.
So yeah, then I had
Concerts. Oh,
I
miss
had
them.
yeah, so I got Iris because of the Goo Goo Dolls song, because I am like super emotional and stuff like that, and I had to have that one. Oh no, not at all. And then
Never would have guessed.
And yet I was the one who went through an emo phase. How does that happen?
You were more into the fashion and the music, not the actual being emotionally disturbed.
I guess this is true.
You were in it for the aesthetics.
I was in it for
Actual
the
emotions.
For the mental
Exactly.
illness.
the
Danielle was
mental
in it
illness
for the
side.
rage.
Oh yeah. So they had Iris, and that was part of like their antique line. So it wasn't actually called a Beanie Baby, but it did have a tie tag, but it wasn't the Beanie Baby. It had like actual like stuffing inside. But after the Beanie Babies, they came out with things called Beanie Buddies. I don't
Yeah.
know if you remember these ones.
The
They were bigger.
versions of the bears.
They're like they're like the
yes,
bigger
yeah.
versions of
okay,
the animals,
yes.
but you could like they had a special they had a special material trademarked for it called tie belts, tie
I think
tie
I had
flan?
one.
I had one.
I think I
I
probably
had
gave
one.
one
I
to
had
you.
one.
I had a green
I-
bear.
Because I remember how soft they were, because they had this special,
Yes.
it's even softer than these ones. It was called Typhlon, I think it is. If we look it up, can someone look it up if I can't remember? I think it's called Typhlon. And they trademarked that thing, and it was the softest effing, like, oh my God, I don't want to turn to sexual, but damn, was that thing soft.
Like putting your hand in water, soft.
No, like just rubbing over like velvety, just like soft and just
Like
Ugh.
even these beanies, like the fur is so soft.
I had a platypus. Like I had Patty, I had the
Yeah.
McDonald's one, then I had Patty, and then I had the Beanie
The Pat-
Buddy.
So if anyone out there still has Beanie Buddy, the most expensive Beanie Buddy is Twigs the giraffe. And the reason why I know that, it was part of the original release. I thought he was so cute and I wanted to get it, but by the time I had enough money to get it, it was the first one discontinued, and it was discontinued relatively quickly. And it kind of never, supply and demand. So I don't even know if it's even available to be bought right now, but that at the time was the most expensive Beanie Buddy because they discontinued it pretty much right away.
Tylon, Tylon.
Oh, Tylon.
Yeah, no, I'm looking and I don't think I had a Beanie Buddy.
I found this
None
on
of these look familiar.
This article is from howtoadult.com. So clearly I can't talk. Millennial made this website.
right?
Of
Clearly.
course. But yeah, so there's some more things you might not even realize you have money, or maybe just me talking about Twigs the giraffe will drive up his value. Who knows? Because we're that much of a stretch.
My mom
They
got
have a
rid of all of mine.
camel. They have a camel called Humphrey.
Yeah,
I had that one. Yeah. My mom called me the other day or a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you want the Beanie Babies? I'm like, they're not worth anything. She goes, yeah, I've been keeping them in the basement for the last 20 years thinking that they'd be of value. And we just donated them.
Right.
Whatever. She's not going to
He
hold on
didn't
to them
get
for
rid of a
another 20
rare
years.
one.
Oh no, I kept the two that I cared most about. Like
So
for
that-
sentimental purposes.
Yeah. So it was
Right.
Princess, and what was the other
That's
one?
the reason I keep things.
Oh,
for sentimental
Nippon,
value.
Yes. Nippania, yeah.
Yeah, the bears were the ones they did a lot for special editions. I think they did also some later on after the rebrand. They did like birthday month bears. They did birthstone bears. They did a zodiac collection. I think I got the pig, even though technically I'm the year of the dog because I was born before the New Year's of '83.
I think I also had a crab. Now that you mentioned like our signs
Pincher-
and stuff, because I'm a Cancer,
Yeah.
so I think I had the crab.
And
That-
to be honest, wouldn't be surprised if I got it for you.
Probably any Beanie Babies I got probably from you.
Probably.
All right.
Pretty
So
sure.
in the height of the craze, were they like widely available around you guys? Like, or did you have to like go very far to get them?
If you wanted like the special, like, oh my God, remember when we had that, I think Steph knows what I'm talking about here. So in Guelph, the Stone Road Mall, there was a store in there that was kind of an independent store. They had their own Beanie Baby club within the store. The one year they called me because like especially with the rarity, and this was in 99, so this was like the last release happening, and the holiday collection was released, and I was able to put some on hold. So I got a unicorn. No, I got the angel. My angel was one of them. Another one I think was the unicorn, and then I wanted Zero, or no, I wanted one of them, but they grabbed the wrong one. Oh yeah, I wanted Zero the penguin, but they put aside Lucy the Canadian goosey, and I didn't want that, so I just
That's so adorable.
Lucy the Canadian goosey. Yes.
So I was so mad I didn't have Zero, but I did end up getting the angel bear, and I ended up getting the unicorn, but I really wanted Zero because the angel and the unicorn hung around for a while, but Zero was immediately retired, so I was so pissed off when I found that out, because again, when they're retired that early, and if it's in that first batch it's gone, then you especially at that time when there was such a demand, you had something on your
So was this a mistake made by the staff?
Yeah, they might, because I wanted the penguin and they got the goose, so it could have just been a miscommunication.
No, but like, did you call ahead and be like, "Hey, I'm coming in for these, whatever, how many Beanie Babies, can you set them aside for me?" And you said the penguin, and they set aside a fucking goose?
Well, yes and no. So essentially what they did is they called out to us because we were on a wish list fan group. So like these were like the hardcore Beanie people that get to be on this. And I'm the type of person, if I'm into something, am I into it? And I will talk your head off of it, and I will not shut up, as has been demonstrated now that we're running out the second time on here. So they kind of told that they could kind of tell just how enthusiastic I was, that, so yeah, I got the call from the store like, "Oh, hey, this collection's in. Which one from the new collection do you want?" And of course I was buying those Beanie Baby magazines, so I already had the magazine with the release and knew exactly which ones I wanted. So the miscommunication was I wanted Zero the penguin, Lucy the Canadian goosey was there, so I decided to pass on that one and get the other two I actually really wanted. But yeah, that's another little story. And we went to Guelph, like Stone Road Mall, and Dad picked me up in the middle of the week after school to go pick them up and not wait till the weekend. Like that's how hardcore I was into this.
Yeah,
still sounds like it was the employee's fault.
Yeah.
Well, it totally was, but I'm not gonna Karen on them. It doesn't really matter.
No, I fucking would, especially if they're worth a lot of money now. I'd be like,
well,
right,
I kind
you
of
could have retired off of that one beanie for all you know.
Yeah,
it's their fault.
But the thing is, like, there was no point complaining because there's such a slow amount. So miscommunication meant that probably other people already had dibs on that one. So by the time I went there, they didn't have it anymore. So
and I'm sure people from Toronto were coming out there, like, people out on the outskirts. Well,
fucking Torontonians.
But the funny thing is, it was better to go to small towns. So like we always went to Seaforth. The few summers when I started going to the trailer, we always had to take a trip into Seaforth and go to the store that had the Beanie Babies. So I wanted to see what Beanie Babies they had. Like, because the small towns, they don't sell out as much.
Stedman's, I think, wasn't it?
It was Stedman's. And in my day, we went to Stedman's to get GIMP and thread to make friendship bracelets, not Beanie Babies. I still have a bag of thread and GIMP. I still have like a bag of it.
Yeah.
And then I remember there was like a big controversy where later on Costco started getting Beanie Babies. I think now it's the norm. Costco has Beanie Babies. I guess they have a contract. The contracts are completely different. But back then there was like a big deal because there was a whole underground counterfeit ring for this shit too.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, was there ever? Like, I mean, of course there's counterfeit for everything, but that was a big thing. Like I even in my magazines, I remember like how to tell if your Beanie Baby's real. And of course you got to wait for it. You got to look at the tush tag, make sure that everything on the tush tag is correct. And you got to make sure that the top tag matches the bottom tag. So there's some top tags and bottom tags, if they're different or they're not from the same time, then it was a fake. So there was like a hardcore, even like secondary market of people who, I think it was in a documentary where a lady started a business authenticating people's Beanie Babies for them and made bank just doing that. People sending their Beanie Baby. She's in the movie, but I can't remember if she still does that or not. But yeah, that was her whole business, was like people send in their Beanie Babies. She would authenticate them and send them back.
You guys see that picture that still floats around Facebook of that divorcing couple in the court that has their entire Beanie Baby collection on the ground,
dividing them,
and they're physically dividing like who gets what Beanie Baby?
Let's be
That's
honest,
how
if I
bad
was-
the craze was back then.
Yeah.
Like, it
Hashtag
was-
first world problems. Like,
Right.
if I was in a
yeah.
relationship back then with somebody and we were that devolved into Beanie Babies, I'm pretty sure that
It
could
would've
have
been
been
the same
me.
thing.
So I can't shame them at all.
well, I mean, it would be the same thing for any kind of collectible. Like,
Yeah.
if Aaron was
Kate's
like,
nightmare collection. Oh my god, if she gets married.
because I mean, like, if Aaron was a Packer fan,
Mhm.
like I was, and something happened, and he wanted, like, yeah, no, it'd be the same thing. I have so much Green Bay Packers stuff that I'd be like, we would have to do that too, or like my Harry Potter stuff or my Game of Thrones stuff. Like, you know, I like that kind of fandom, not Beanie Babies. Sorry.
Well, that was
It's okay,
also
all
20
fandoms
years
have-
ago, so it's kind of an outgrown fandom for you. The craze has come and gone and maybe resurfaced, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's true.
Link is in the chat.
Yes.
I'm already doing it as we speak.
I'm majestic.
Me too.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
So I am Majestic the seahorse. Majestic is like any
Okay.
seahorse, as she loves the ocean, especially the ocean floor. You both are very unique and love to explore whatever is pondering your mind. I must say that is very accurate.
Me too.
I'm a seahorse. When
I'm
my
majestic too. Is that the only option?
Okay, hold on. I'm going through. Hold on.
because like when it asks you like what's your favorite animal,
I said crab.
I said
panda.
cat.
A panda was an option, and I was just like, oh, my Patronus is a giant panda, but I picked dog.
I picked cat.
Don't tell my cat.
That's
I
it.
picked-
We're telling your cat.
I
He's
told
already
my
mad at
cat
me.
about you. Like Bob's Burgers.
Which
Don't-
there's
I
two
don't.
seasons that apparently I need to go and watch of that.
The
11 and
movie's coming
12.
out. The movie's coming out next month.
Well, that's what made me realize go back because I was like, movie and there's 2 seasons. What?
I have a day off because I'm trying on wedding dresses that day. So I'm telling Sam, I'm like, you're gonna take the day off too, so we can go. Like, I have the Bob's Burgers cookbook, like the official one. So I'm like, we're gonna go see the movie and then we're gonna make burgers after.
Nice. So
I can tell-
I am
All
also
right.
majestic.
Okay, they've literally had no other options. I mean,
So
it has to
There's
be. Like,
got to
that's
be
the
no
only
other
way.
options.
Okay, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna
and
do it again.
and just pick random ones and see what it comes up as.
But like, I picked Australia. I picked awesome. I picked shopping.
I picked awesome.
I picked
Canada,
vanilla.
I
Mask.
picked swimming.
Lorelai to yell, "I love you" and me because you said vanilla, just like we do.
I picked
Everyone makes fun
vanilla.
of me because it's milk. It's vanilla. Why do you say
is.
vanilla?
Because it's an
Hello.
I, and that's how you pronounce the letter, Stephanie. It would be
It's
an
a regional
E if that's how you're
dialect.
supposed to say
It's
it.
a regional dialect. Why does Buffalo say taps when it's tops?
You're a
Tops.
regional
Sorry,
dialect.
Lindsay, I had to do it.
It's taps.
It's taps. It's tops.
Gonna go down
It's
to taps.
Or
Wait,
the other
do I
one.
say tops or wait? What? Now I don't know which one I say. I'm pretty sure I say tops. I think I do a hybrid.
Because yeah, whenever I go down there and I talk to them, they're like, "It's taps," and I'm like, "Wait, what did they just say?" But there's also the sorry versus sorry as well. You know,
Oh, okay, now I'm hissy.
hissy.
You're a loyal friend.
Now
I
I'm
actually-
oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, you're a loyal friend who stays through it all, thick or thin. You're both energetic and ready to go whenever you hear the word. And I owned
Ooh.
hissy. I think I owned every Beanie Baby
I
at
am
this point.
Snowdrift.
At least the pre
Snowdrift.
Snowdrift. He's a polar bear, which is funny because I chose
Oh.
crab when it said
Mhm.
favorite animal. And it says, you are Snowdrift the polar bear. You love the holidays and everything that comes along with them. You're also a big fan of colder weather and snow days. It's only because I chose Alaska.
I chose
chose
Australia
Australia.
time too. I just did like the opposite
I
side. So
chose
my favorite food
Australia
was
to go.
sardines.
Yeah.
I
Same
literally
here.
just didn't even look. I just kind of like picked random.
I chose dog, and the dog days are over. So why didn't it give me a dog option? Like, come on.
So-
Toby the
Tell
Doberman.
Why did it give me majestic? Anyways,
Oh no, I
Anyways.
think we had majestic. No, I wasn't a unicorn. We got a dragon. It was a
I
white
had a dragon. No, it was a brown
The white-
dragon.
Was it brown or was it
I had a
twilight dragon?
brown dragon with some like holographic wings.
iridescent. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That was the one I got. It wasn't a unicorn. I got my Halo bear. I got you that dragon, and I was supposed to get 0. And why I remember that, I don't know.
We
right, so-
never understand why we remember things.
Lindsay, you have a story you want to tell.
Yes.
Of course.
So at the height of the craze, my mom would go and get my brothers and I Beanie Babies. And at the time, they were mostly available at gift shops. And I guess the only one she could think of was one on a highway rest stop. So she would drive like an hour outside Buffalo, turn around, and it's a toll road, turn around, and then go to this rest stop that actually wasn't too far from our house.
But the only way to get there was to go
all the way.
Seriously?
Yep.
That sucks.
She didn't know at the time that there was
Mom.
like an employee entrance. So she was going there so often to buy Beanie Babies that the employees recognized her. And they're like, so do you like drive all the way to this exit and turn around and come back? She goes, yeah, that's like the only way. He goes, no, we'll show you how to get to the employee entrance, which was like a 10-minute drive from us. Like, I'm not even joking.
And no toll or very little
No toll.
like
No toll. It was like
Wow.
a secret entrance. Yeah.
I mean, that's really good customer service.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So props to them.
Yeah.
But that sucked for your mom for so long, having to go all the way down, turn
She
around, and
was-
come back.
She's just really devoted to her children.
Right? That's
loves
a good
you.
mama. That's a good mama.
Yes. And then they became more widely available and stuff. So that was only for like a couple months.
Yeah. Ours was the Hans house.
Yeah.
I remember doing Hans house quite often of forgetting Beanie Babies.
Rest in peace, Han's house.
Yes, it's no longer there.
The other kind of funny thing is, it sounds like like when you're watching the documentary of Beanie Mania, a lot of these women got into it because their kids kind of liked it, and then got more into it because they liked it too. So it sounds like
Yeah.
your mom kind of the
Had the
excuse was
same
you
thing.
guys, but
Oh,
maybe she was just as
absolutely.
into it. As
Well, I
everything
mean, it
else.
started by a bunch of housewives. So
Exactly. And
And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, if you think about it, they didn't do like mainstream advertising. They were just
No.
a cute niche gift shop that
it was
grew on
literally
this
like word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
Exactly. There was no advertise. Like, I don't ever remember seeing a commercial for Beanie Babies.
Except for the
No.
Teeny Beanie when they were
Oh.
at the
Oh,
McDonald's.
McDonald's. But that was because
And then-
McDonald's did advertising. And that
yeah.
was
And
it.
then and then every McDonald's, like the road that they were on, were like shut down because people were waiting in lines. I remember we got the Princess Diana bear. My mom, like, we waited, I don't even know how long. It was a long time.
However, nothing.
People were fighting
Yeah.
over them.
I was gonna say nothing.
I was
worse than the
working at McDonald's when, like, especially around the 2000 era. So I was there, and people would be like, "Which ones do you have today?" And I
Yeah.
was just as bad as them, but I loved that I
were-
worked there because I'd grab them, put them to the side, and say, "I'm buying these after work. Don't sell these people."
Yeah, like it was.
These people were so aware. Like, don't.
I
sell
remember,
these
yeah, we were working there in high school, and it was, yeah, people would just be coming to, do you have this? No, well, this is what we like. You have to literally just put them up on the thing and be like, this is what we have. Stop fucking asking us. We don't have anything else more. Don't ask if we have any more.
Well, that's when I would say that the Beanie Baby craze is when McDonald's started to implement the showcase of their Happy Meal toys to tell you which ones they have and which ones are sold out.
Yeah.
The
As I give
2000
Beanie
release.
Babies the credit for that.
Mhm.
The 2000 release in specific, we had like a little banner that hung below the menu, and we had to put stickers on when they were sold out
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
I remember that. I
I
remember
remember
that
that
for
as
sure.
well.
Yeah.
because they were just so
I
crazy.
Just remember going through this phase and this craze and just thinking to myself, like, you guys are nuts.
You're not wrong.
You guys are fucking
not.
nuts.
This is
But if it
was
weren't
an
for the
experience.
craze, we wouldn't
And
have
I
the
love now
tush
it's
tag.
Right. If it
That
wasn't
would
for a
be like-
Tage, yeah, we wouldn't have tush tag. maybe.
hashtag. Now I guess that's worth it. And now like we're like 20 years later, knowing the kind
What
of
we
value
know.
they actually have now.
Right.
Where
Now,
like
here's
some of
the
them are very
thing.
valuable, but some are not.
Is
Like,
crypto going to be the same as Beanie Babies?
NFTs.
I don't know. Should I
Right?
get into
Like,
I
a
I
few
can't say too much
years
about-
they're big and people make some money off it. The rest of us try to hoard it, and then in a couple of years it just phases out to something else. Like, is it?
I feel like Abe
don't know.
Simpson with this. Like, anything new like that scares me, so I just stay away from it.
I used to be with it. Then they changed what it was.
like-
and now what I'm with isn't it? And now
Exactly.
it's
Scares me.
weird and scary.
I'm-
and it'll happen to you, millennials.
I'll let them play with their NFTs. I'm fine with like cash.
What was the one meme I saw that like NFTs to guys is like Mary Kay is to girls or something?
MLMs to girls. Yeah.
MLMs to females.
don't
Yeah.
even know what NFTs are. I've had it explained to me. I've researched it. I read up on it. I still don't fucking understand what they are, and I probably
Digital
never will.
art. It's literally like a
Let-
digital version of a Picasso. So it's kind of funny. Technically, it's supposed to be so like you can buy a Picasso for millions of dollars. You own this piece. Technically, that's what an NFT is. But also with an NFT, it's digital, so people can just technically copy and paste it. So you don't. That's the only part I don't understand about
Here's-
the NFT part. is
here's
how do
the
people
only
not
thing-
Copy and paste it.
There's only one thing that I can think about with this whole NFT that would make sense for me for it to work in the world, and that has to do with digital video games. Like right now, if you buy a physical video game and you're done with it, I can take that physical video game and sell it.
Yeah.
If I bought a digital game, I can't. It's just on there forever. So one thing that an NFT could do, be like, okay, I purchased this game and this is the code specifically for my game. I don't want to play it anymore, but I want to sell it at a lower price. So it allows you to like maybe transfer that the like licensing for that game to the person that you're selling to.
Yeah.
That is the only way I can ever think of NFTs making sense. Beyond that, like, oh yeah, I own this monkey, copy paste. Now I have one too.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I don't understand.
Okay, you had me up into like copy and paste a monkey. Like I'm not.
Well,
don't even fucking try. I don't even care.
Most of
the
NFTs are a monkey face for some reason. I don't understand why, but most of them seem to be some kind of monkey face.
Anyway, anybody have any other tidbit about Beanie Babies? Lindsay, you look like you have something to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say,
That looks stupid.
Yeah,
South
that's
Park,
one of the NFTs.
one of the South Park's COVID specials has Butters explaining NFTs to people.
Oh, really?
So, yes. Highly
Is
recommend.
Butters like the new Kenny? Is Kenny
No, 'cause-
actually dead now?
No,
Kenny's
he
still
came
there.
back.
Still around? Okay.
He,
Mhm.
he died
Haven't
in
watched
season
South Park in
5, but
fucking
came
ever.
back in season
So.
6.
Yeah, and he's been there forever. But Butters is just a funnier character.
I like
Yeah.
Butters too.
He's
He's
so,
so
sweet.
innocent.
He's
in the
adorable.
What?
What
in the butt?
in the butt? All right, so we, to close this off, we all
Quiz.
took an official BuzzFeed Beanie Babies quiz,
Yes.
and I first got Sparkles.
Majestic.
Majestic
We
the seahorse. We all
all
got Majestic.
Got
the
Majestic the
seahorse.
seahorse.
Yeah.
So we
and
took
we
it
all had
again.
different answers the first time as well. Like none of us we
Yes.
didn't put the same answers the first time. We all had different answers, but we all still got Majestic.
So we all took it a second time, and I got Hissy the snake.
I got
I remember
Snowdrift
that
the
one.
polar bear.
Oh, I
You
forgot to
got
take it a
his-
second time.
I didn't take it
How
a second
dare
time.
you.
I was
How
okay. I
dare
was okay
you.
with Majestic.
Lindsay, you and I are the only
Okay.
ones that took this seriously.
Exactly.
sorry.
Apparently.
I'm sorry, guys.
Shame on you.
I was too busy.
You should be following
It's
me
the
like
PVC
Cersei shaming.
pellets. It's making it to my brain and getting me
Yes.
toxic, guys.
Has nothing to do with that, eh?
Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with the green on my sweater at all.
Wait, so did you take the BuzzFeed quiz or the BuzzWeed quiz?
I think it was the second one. It had to have been the second one.
Did they ever do a South Park about Beanie Babies? I feel like there's some Beanie Babies in media, and I can't think of it right now. The only one I can really think of is the one I mentioned earlier about Broad City.
Mhm.
But I think they may have done it on Simpsons or Family Guy or South Park, or was it maybe Tiny Toons?
I don't
I don't
think
know,
they did
but-
on South Park. The only thing I
Okay.
could think of is Chim Pokemon, which was obviously.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm
Pokemon.
confusing it with the Chim Pokemon.
Well, I think that wraps up our episode about Beanie Babies,
Yeah.
And it
I believe.
wrapped up with a beautiful hang tag and tush tag.
Hashtag.
So go check.
That's our new our word for like, oh yeah, that person.
Oh, it's
that's
total
Hashtag
tush
tush
tag.
tag.
Total
Yeah,
tush
so-
tag.
Everybody
Total
go
tush
check
tag.
check your Beanie Babies.
Yes.
See how much they're worth, and
Yep.
you're welcome. If
And
it can pay
remember,
for your wedding.
PVC is more expensive than, or is worth more than PE,
But it's also kind of poisonous.
but it is toxic.
With the taste
All
of
right.
your lips, I'm on a ride.
On that note,
I don't sing everything I do.
I'm sure you just did.
So essentially, Beanie Babies were a fad, and I guess with hindsight, we can definitely say they were a fad. People went nuts for these things. I do
Just
recommend
like
a
any
video.
trend.
Like any trend. There's a video. He's kind of does comedy stuff. Chad Tronick does this whole video about Beanie Babies. Everybody's talking about like how great of an investment it is based on like, because they were actually selling this shit on fucking like the home shopping channel. I don't remember if you remember at grandma's house that was like, we should buy that set of Beanie Babies. Look at how good of a deal that is.
Yeah.
So if you do want to see what those videos would have looked like, I recommend just look up Beanie Babies under Chad Tronick, and you'll thank me for it.
I might have to check those out. All right.
It like almost gives you like the gold faux sapphire. It has an X in it, so it's real fancy.
Tanzanite.
It's always funny on those shopping networks listening to them to like explain the products and stuff. They're always
Yeah.
so
So
funny.
even if you
'Cause
don't
they've got
find
to
his
talk for like a
specifically-
whole hour.
But if you can't find his specifically, I'm sure there are just videos of people trying to sell Beanie Babies, and they're like selling like 10 Beanie Babies for $1,000 on the shopping channel. And hear them talk about it. It'll be a nice little rabbit hole for everyone to discover during YouTube if you'd like to find that out.
All right, well, on that note, I feel like that is the end of our Beanie Baby discussion. Yeah, listeners, if you have anything to add, please feel free to message us, DM us, comment, whatevs while you're on the YouTube. Click and subscribe. And
I will
like.
take all
that
donations
jazz.
of Peanuts, the Royal Blue Elephant. You can just message me and I'll give you my address. No, just kidding.
And on a fun note, because this just came up, the calendar may say 2022, but Bennifer getting engaged again makes it feels like 2000.
Oh, motherfucking.
Yeah. Well, if it's 2002, then Beanie Babies are back, bitches.
Then it's 1984.
Whoa, Nelly Dad.
The plan just called.
Number 3 turbines out of alignment.
Hold your horses there, Alphonse. Can't you see? I'm trying to help this man.
Shout out to Camp Nowhere. Okay.
Yes, on that note, guys, we
On that
will
note.
see you all in a couple weeks, I guess. Actually, I think it'll be my birthday by that
Yeah.
point, maybe. So,
Dani, Lindsay, thank you so much
again
for joining us.
Always a
fun.
pleasure.
And thank you for letting me ramble about Beanie Babies for like 2
Oh,
hours.
Of course.
Right?
Absolutely. We knew that's how this was going to go. So,
Right,
we
we
were
were
well
gonna
prepared.
go. And not only that, like we all want to ramble about stuff, so that's why we got a podcast.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Listeners,
Right?
have a good one. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of our podcast. If you liked it, be sure to check out our previous episodes on our website at www.millennialspod.com. And also, you can check them out on Spotify, Anchor, Google, or Apple Podcasts. While you're there, hit the follow and subscribe buttons so you can stay up to date on all of our latest episodes. Also, you can follow us on all of the socials, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at Turn of the Millennials Pod, and like us on Facebook to leave a comment and a review. We greatly appreciate it. We will see you next episode.